That's how smart you are, buddy? Huh?
She got scared. I didn't get trolled.
Yeah, of course she got scared. She saw the look in your eyes. You look like a friggin' cannibal. You look like a serial killer.
Okay. I'm naturally handsome.
Okay, yeah, handsome.
Why don't you take a picture of yourself?
When's the last time you got laid?
Why don't you take a picture of yourself?
When's the last time you got laid? When's the last time you got laid? When's the last time you got laid?
Okay, why don't you take a picture?
You have to pay $500, dude. A fucking lady with $500 that her profession is to fuck. A woman that her profession is to fuck wouldn't take your $550, dude. That should be like the most absolutely like embarrassing thing. And you, a college graduate, right? A teacher. All
right, come on with the matter.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Your little moral turpitude bullshit.
You're almost done.
So why?
You'll be done when you become an educator.
All right.
You'll be done when you become an educator and you get that nice shiny job and all these fucking videos are out of you saying you're a fucking prostitute hirer. Yeah, then we'll see, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with.
Okay, well, I'm sure that the principal will think that there's something wrong with what you do. Don't you? Don't you?
Well, I don't have any.
Wow. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
shut the fuck up.
You're not gonna. I'm gonna mod you if you don't stop interrupting me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna mod me? I'll fucking take your shit away again.
Interrupting me.
Go ahead. Do it.
All right.
Let's see how well that goes for you.
Regardless, I'm not. Am I mod abusing right now because he won't shut up?
What is he? Is he interrupting you? What are you modding him for?
Yeah. What are you modding me for? Go ahead.
Okay,
because you keep interrupting me. I can't.
Because all you're saying is
okay, Dionysus, finish what you wanted to say, and then Diabloz, go.
Go ahead.
Like I understand.
Go ahead, racist. Go ahead, racist.
He's still talking. So can I mod him?
Go ahead, racist.
All right. I don't care if you call me a racist. Yeah, I think you're a low life spick that probably hooked up with some white trash chick. I don't care. But as far as like prostitution, I don't feel it's historically been something that European people have done when they're married and their sex life is not fulfilling. It's not something to be shameful. It's historically always been the case. I'm not finished talking.
All right. But you talk a lot. Okay, give him 1 minute.
I'm not finished talking. I wasn't finished.
Yeah, 1 minute is what you got. All right, I'll give you 1 minute.
You don't give me the minute.
No, I'm giving you 1 minute. No, I'm going to tell you 1 minute. No, I'm telling you right now. You'll have 1 minute.
I'm just going to mute you. Godless, this guy thinks he has more power in this server than I think he really does. And he's abusing it. I gave him grace and I let him talk as much as he wants. Now he's interrupting me.
Okay, Dionysus, go, but don't monologue.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that I was seeing a high-class prostitute. Turned out that she was a border crosser. Yeah, she got me because I trusted her, but we know that spigs fly, and they're sneaky and they're cheap, and they cheat. So that's what happened. And I don't feel ashamed about it. Now you got something to say?
Okay, great. Would you rather have a white woman at home, or would you rather have a woman of any other race at home?
What do you mean?
Would you rather have a white woman at home, or would you rather have a woman of any other race at home?
I would rather what I have, which is half Japanese and half English.
Okay, so then you don't have a white wife at home, is what you're saying? Oh, that's right, you're not married.
No, I'm not married. That's right.
Oh, that's right. All right. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have any kids.
Fuck, dude, your fucking genes, your master genes aren't getting passed on. Why is that?
My sister.
What's going on, dude? What's
wrong?
My sister,
sure, my sister, my sister and my cousins have plenty of kids, and boys included, so I'm good.
Except for you. So I mean, you're no different. Than
I don't need to.
You're no different than the gays that you hate, right? Because you're not going to procreate. Your blood is.
I don't see how that follows.
Don't forget, dude, your blood is dead. You're not going to have any kids. You don't have a wife. You're such a little pussy.
What makes you think I'm not going to have kids?
You can't put your bootstraps on and get the fuck out and let that poor woman leave.
What makes you think I'm not going to have kids?
She's terrified of you. The truth is that she's terrified of you, dude. Dude, you live with a woman that lives in fear. The poor girl that you're with, dude. Why don't you get up and leave? Be a man. Fly, dude. Fly.
Let me ask you a question.
Fly. Go back to your parents' house, dude. Be a man.
Okay, so
fucking grow.
So a lot of people that Godless, he's interrupted now, right? So.
Godless. Diabloz, please let Dionysus take his turn.
I mean, he's a dumb spick with like an IQ of like 84.
Yeah, dude. If you were standing in front of me, dude, you'd be fucking scared. You'd be
Diabloz,
scared.
please let Dionysus take his turn.
You'd be terrified in front of me, dude.
Low IQ,
I'll tell you that right now.
Low IQ speak. Shut up.
Okay, Dionysus, I muted you, Diabloz. I'm unmuting you, but please let Dionysus finish.
All right. So yeah. So a lot of people are gonna be meeting up and staying at my apartment. I guarantee you, she's gonna cook for us. She's not gonna look scared. I promise you. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you dumb 84 IQ spick.
She found out that you were hooking up with hookers. How would she feel about that?
She doesn't care.
Oh, she wouldn't? Okay. So if she finds out, you won't care either, right? Is that correct?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Gallus can tell her.
I just want to make sure that in public.
I don't hide anything from her. I don't hide anything from her.
What you're saying right now, that if she finds out your whole escapade with this hooker, that she's not going to care. Is that?
Shut up, Spick. She's buying me beer right now, and when she returns, I'll sit over the mic. You can hear her say something. All right? You want to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
All right.
I would love to hear you tell your girlfriend that you tried hiring a hooker, that you spent your Trump bucks on a $140 ride on an Uber ride like a fucking loser, dude. Can you imagine being you? I can't imagine the fucking tail between your legs when you fucking left. Dude, you must have been so embarrassed, dude. How did that feel?
Why would I be embarrassed?
College education. Why wouldn't you? You didn't get laid, first of all. You took $140 fucking drive, Uber drive to go get laid. And the worst part is that you had like 50 pictures of her, and now you're claiming that she fucking catfished you and that she wasn't the right person. Dude, the fact is that she doxed you. She had all your fucking records. She had your full name.
She doesn't have any of my records.
Oh, she doesn't?
She doesn't have any of my records.
Oh, so you went through a whole fucking process of giving her your phone number and all that good stuff? She has your name?
She has my phone number,
not have your
but
name?
that's it. She has my phone number, that's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know my name.
You're pathetic, dude.
Why? I mean, you said it was just stupid.
Why? You don't think you're pathetic? When's the last time you taught? When's the last time you had a job with the profession with the money that you spent?
I have a job right now.
Oh, yeah? What do you do?
It's not your business.
Oh, of course it's not. What do you do?
It's not your business.
Is that why you're so upset? Because you're not doing what
you
set out to live and do? You do.
I don't think I sound upset.
You sound scared, actually. You sound dejected. You sound demoralized. You sound fucking.
No, not really.
Sad. Oh well.
Not
must have felt real nice. What was the makeup of the Greyhound bus?
You just sound like a dumb IQ spick.
What was the makeup? What was the racial makeup of the Greyhound that you took on your drive of shame back home? What was it? Was it all white?
50-50. About 50-50.
50-50 what? 50-50 the lowest class whites and the lowest class blacks? Is that what it was?
No, it was just 50-50. It was a motley.
Of the lowest class whites of the lowest class blacks? Because that's what you are. You're a low class white person is what you are. You're fucking low. Nah.
No, sorry.
Why don't you go get your own apartment, dude? Why don't you go start a life, bro? Why don't you go start a life? I don't live in an apartment. You do. I live in a big fat house with a big fat fucking car.
Because we're not materialistic.
Pockets, you know? Oh yeah, of course you're not. Because you're poor. You're a fucking poor boy. You're fucking poor.
Okay.
You're poor. You're fucking poor.
I know you want to believe that.
Brother, I didn't get $200 from Trump. I wish I did. So that should tell you something right off the bat.
Yeah.
But what you did with your Trump bucks, what did you do with your Trump bucks, you fucking loser? You went out and you got and tried buying a whore and wouldn't even take your money.
Wait. Let me ask you a question.
Instead, she fucking ran away, dude.
Why is he get the
money back?
Dallas, why does he get the filibuster?
Dude, you're such a loser that you bought a roses. You bought a fucking whore. You bought a whore. Dude, you bought a prostitute roses. That's where I ended.
This is boring.
Dude, what kind of a relationship did you think? I'm gonna have a girlfriend experience. I'll buy her some roses and make her feel special.
What? Like, wait, Diablo, you're saying you don't buy whore roses?
Who the fuck would, number one, who would buy a whore? Number two, who would buy a whore roses? Only a racist dumbass.
I'm just
what are you talking about? All the Chad dudes buy whores roses. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
All the homies, players.
Of course.
I'm very polite.
You're so polite. I know you're such a nice guy. Hey, did you take off your fedora and tip it when she threw you out of her hotel room?
Why does this guy have admits? I don't get it.
Did she tip her fucking hat? Did you tip your fedora, nice guy? Huh? Is that what you did? You little fucking nice guy. You were all dressed up. You probably went out and you bought your little cologne. Your fucking.
I always dress
nice. I can already see you already.
I always dress to the nines. Ask Alice. I always dress to the
You,
nines.
you think that fucking Marshall shirt's dressed to the nine, buddy? Fuck out of here.
What are you talking about?
Dionysus does dress nice.
Yeah, always dress nice. I'm not like you. I'm not a dumb spick that just wears like fucking rags all the time.
I have an office
Sorry,
buddy. Sorry to tell you that.
You're worse than like an Uncle Tom.
Hey
like,
man, hey, you know what? You know what? Next time when you go to your next teaching gig and it's full of all the people that you hate, I hope you look in the mirror when you go take your next piss and you say, "Fuck, I hate my life." Because that's exactly what it is, dude. You hate your life, dude. You must hate your life. That you spent all this money on education, that you went and get educated, and what did you do with your first job? You just fucked it up. What did you do?
My college was.
You fucked it up. You fucked up your first job like a loser. You were no different than the people that you hate. Just a dumbass. All right. 10 years. It took you 10 years to fucking clear your shit. And the first thing that you do is you go and fucking get a hooker and show the moral turpitude bullshit that you have as an educator. You're a fucking piece of shit trash.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Of course you don't, but I'm sure that any principal that finds out when you do get a job as a fucking educator will
I'm
definitely
never going
care.
to teach again.
Of course you're not, because of course, absolutely you're not. Good. I'm glad that you're not, because you don't belong in a school. That ship has sailed. Where you belong is at McDonald's. You belong at McDonald's. You're McDonald's. You're a fucking Wendy's worker.
What's going on?
That would be good for you, dude.
It's just there's too many niggers and too many spicks that makes teaching difficult. That's the problem.
Hey, what do you think's underneath you in your apartment? You know, when you hear all those people.
That's why everything's break. That's why everything's.
You know, when you hear all that music and you want to slam the fucking, you want to slam the ceiling or the floor with the fucking broom, but you're too much of a pussy too. You know, when you hear all those kids.
Just don't let him respond. Please don't
he's just going to talk for 5 minutes, so I'm just showing him.
I'm not going to talk for 5 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep rapid fire and I can't respond.
Of course you can't.
You don't tell me how long I get.
Of course
you've been talking for like 20 minutes.
I'm better than you, dude. And don't forget that you're a low-class white piece of shit that lives in the middle of fucking Baton Rouge. Fuck off.
You can't control yourself because you have a low IQ. You can't control yourself. All right, so look, the reason why everything is falling apart right now, school system, the police department, probably the hospitals too, is because it's fucking filled with niggers and spicks. That's the true story. And it will get worse and worse. I guarantee it. You guys don't belong here. Sorry.
Why don't you move to Maine? Why don't you move to Vermont? Why don't you move to a state that's white?
My personal situation is none of your business.
He's saying, why don't you explore those options? He doesn't know why or care.
There's reasons why. And there's reasons why.
Because I
think Diabloz already addressed it, right? I mean, we have good reason to believe Dionysus is poor, so he would never afford to live in those places.
He can't afford to live there. He's too poor.
That's fine. You
admit it. You're poor. It's okay, dude. You count on the money of the other woman's back. A non-white. You count on her money because you're trash.
What do you mean she's not white?
And you're poor.
She is white.
Wait, so Deal.
She's Japanese, dude. She's not
pure. Half Japanese.
She's not pure like you.
I'm not big into. I don't think she has to be 100% white to be white.
True.
I don't buy the one drop rule. Sorry.
You hear this guy?
Yeah, he's waiting for a stimulus check.
Of course, he's waiting. That's you know.
I don't know. I mean, I went to Florida and spent over $1,000, and there was no stimulus check then. How you explain?
Hey man, you still got 2 more weeks, man. Just make it to the 2 more weeks.
So Deal can't use his American Express white card?
What I'm saying is now we have good reason to believe that.
Wait, there's a bunch of motherfuckers in here, bro?
Why am my kid getting muted? Did I overtalk someone?
Concrete, like everybody else, you lack this social common sense. There's fucking over 40 people in the room, and everybody else has the fucking common sense to stay out of this. This is a one-on-one
You're out of your fucking mind. Are you deaf?
This is one-on-one fucking
Did you not hear Yuri? Are you deaf? Are you deaf?
I want to pass the torch to Concrete for a minute. I need to use the restroom. I'm going to pass the torch to Concrete and Yuri for a minute. Thank you.
Godless, are you deaf? Did you not hear Yuri?
Well, but Concrete, you don't understand.
Are you deaf, Godless?
But Concrete, you don't understand.
Are you fucking deaf, Godless? Yes or no?
What are you talking about?
No, she's not, because what
Oh,
the
okay.
objection of what you're bringing up is not
N-words?
right.
Oh, goddamn.
Look, if you had a sign that said no dunking on fucking racists, then I wouldn't dunk on racists. But until that sign appears, you get what you get.
You're a lighter skinned black. That's why you didn't get yelled at.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
He's not lighter skinned.
Yes, I am, Jack.
What'd you say about
Sorry
me,
about
bro?
that, Jack. I'm sorry about that, bro. I was messed up with me. I actually feel bad because I don't know where that came from. Like, because I'm trying to be a more calmer, peaceful person, you know. And like,
where are these people? Why are so many people in this bitch? And why are they not talking? What?
Concrete, please don't talk that way, man.
Because Godless wants to control who gets to talk.
Damn.
No, but the
Who's Godless?
No, Diabloz said he's
She's an
taking a
angry
break.
ass bitch.
Diabloz said he's taking a break, so the floor is yours, Concrete.
Did you just say
Wait,
more
Godless wants to
calmer?
control everybody? What?
Of
That's
course she
so
wants to control.
ridiculous because it wasn't even the same thing, Concrete. You actually overtalked someone. I didn't overtalk anyone.
You're
I
out of your fucking
interjected
mind.
in a
Shut
break
the
in the
fuck up.
conversation.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow, man, you're
bitch.
such.
Doesn't
Now you're
it?
trying to suck her pussy. Now you're trying to
Doesn't
suck
it
her
seem
pussy 'cause
like
she beat you up.
Doesn't it seem like Doesn't it seem like he's like some kind of masochist?
I'm actually I vote with the Nazis. Yeah.
Because the thing
Ban
is,
that kid. Ban that
he's
kid.
constantly getting humiliated, right?
He's humiliated.
It's like you would think that
Wait,
somebody
who
who
humiliated
was
me?
like
I'm
Who
passing my
humiliated?
it
torch
seems like
to
somebody.
Jack.
It seems like somebody who's
Who's humiliating
publicly. It seems like somebody who's like publicly.
Who's humiliating me?
It seems like somebody
Dumbass,
publicly
answer the question.
who's publicly
Who's humiliating
embarrassed.
me?
Seems like somebody is publicly embarrassed that often, and exposed as like
Ah, catch
a
your
liar
breath, Jack.
and an idiot
Catch your breath.
would go somewhere else. So the question is, Dionysus just sort of like too stupid to understand? Is he like too stupid to understand how he appears? That certainly seems plausible. We know he's stupid.
That's the same thing goes for
Right.
you, to be honest.
Or
I mean,
alternatively,
Hey, stop over talking.
Alternatively,
Stop over talking.
alternatively,
No, Jack is just
Alternatively,
filibuster. Nobody cares what Jack has to say.
Alternatively,
Who cares what this dumb
it
kike has
seems
to
like,
say?
alternatively, it's like some kind of masochist. I just don't get it.
It's like when JF called you a stupid piece of shit,
Like,
which is so true.
What is it? Like, what is it that explains it? I don't.
If you never worked a day in your
Jack,
life,
but I mean,
dude.
how can people be stupid?
Jack,
work
will make you free, buddy.
Yeah, I was just
See,
wondering
what's interesting is that
people's
it's like
intelligence
I don't
is
understand
like
how
you.
when Dionysus says
What are you talking
when he
about, Jack? I don't know what you're talking about.
when he starts
I'm
repeating
confused.
slurs, he
What
doesn't
slur?
understand. He doesn't understand how that just shows that he doesn't have the intellectual resources to construct a coherent argument in defense of his position.
You're
right?
not an honest person to speak to.
That's
why
what
it's not
always
interesting.
happens, right?
You're
He's
not
not
an honest
able
person.
when it gets shown
You
that
act
he
in
can't
bad faith.
defend. When it gets
Because you
shown
act-
that he can't. When it gets shown that he can't defend his view.
Yeah.
Right. He
No,
starts
you act in bad
engaging.
faith.
He starts engaging in name calling. Right. Like even
But
when he was talking to Diabloz.
You just finished calling me names,
look-
Jack. What are you talking about?
Like
Have you looked in the mirror?
look at how dumb he was when he
Look,
was
he's calling me
responding
names
to
right now, right?
when
Look
he
how
was
dumb he is by
responding
calling me
when
dumb.
he was responding
This is so
to
hilarious.
Diablo. All he could do is say this thing about spics and niggers, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't
Yeah,
even
so what?
defend the claim, right?
I
He
did
thought
defend.
that he thought he was saying something substantive in response to Diablo, or he thought, I mean, did he even think that? Or like hoping that people wouldn't notice that all he was doing was like,
This is just sophistry, Jack. We all know it. It's just old.
Just
It gets tired
repeating
after a while.
ethnic slurs?
Your
like
sophistry gets old.
Like, how is that a response to any? How is that? How is that actually?
You're just repeating yourself,
how is that,
Jack.
How is that? How is that?
I'm glad that you caught
How is
yourself
that
halfway through
actually?
realizing
How is
how
that?
dumb
You're
you're
tired.
saying, and
You're
then
How
allowed
is
to
that?
backpedal it.
How is that? How is that actually a response to
God,
anything
Jack.
that was said to him? You know, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you actually caught yourself halfway through and you actually had to backpedal. As if Dio actually thinks that he's saying something substantive while he's using ethnic slurs.
Yeah, I know, right? You're
Nice
so
try, Jack.
tired,
Nice
Jack.
try.
You're so tired and worn out. Go away, Jack.
Yeah, you are,
Take a
Jack.
nap.
You're kind of.
Does anybody have an explanation?
You're so
Yeah, for your
pathetic.
idiocy? No, I don't think there is.
I know how embarrassed I would be if I was Jack with that much
Question
resources and
is-
was a loser. What a
Question
fucking
is-
loser.
Do people think seriously? Do people think that Dionysus?
Look how much resources this Jew has and does nothing with his life. Has done nothing.
And he's friends with molesters.
Why are you getting emotional, Dionysus? There's no need to be emotional.
But I'm just trying to understand. Do people think that Dionysus is just too stupid to understand how stupid he looks? Or is he like some kind of masochist?
Why don't you respond?
I don't think it's either of them. I think he does
Why don't
know.
you respond to the arguments that name?
So what is it? Wait, Josh, explain it to me, because I just don't understand it.
Well, it's probably like the same thing that keeps addicts going back to drugs, only it's not like with drugs, it's like with that feeling of pride, like you have to dig your heels in, you know, even though you're doing something that's definitely embarrassing.
That's rich.
Probably something like that.
Yeah, but is there like some kind of intensification of the sense of humiliation that's like cumulative?
I don't know.
Over.
I don't know. There are like a few.
For the most part, John.
Hey, Jack, have you heard about his escapade with the hooker? Has he told you
A
yet?
little bit. I heard a little bit of it.
I hope, Dio, can you tell Jack about your hooker escapade?
I heard he bought her flowers and she gave him the money back, something like that.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Why?
Jack, what do you think?
That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that's going to be like a joke.
Why would that be a joke?
People here are going to think that is the most laughable thing
I don't care.
they ever heard.
What?
They're going to repeat it.
Why? Why?
They're going to repeat
That's
it.
fine, but why?
They're going
Why
to
is
repeat it. They're going to repeat it at Dionysus's expense, over and over again, right? For years to come.
Yeah, but I don't care. Like, why would that bother me?
And it's just like
Jack?
that's just one more.
Why would that bother me, though, Jack?
That's just one more piece of idiocy.
Why would that bother me?
That's one more piece of idiocy that Dionysus will have perpetrated. That's one more piece of idiocy.
Why? Explain.
That's one more piece.
Yourself.
That's one more piece of
Explain
idiocy. That's one more piece of idiocy that Dionysus is going to be repeated at Dionysus's expense, right? In perpetuity. Right?
Why would I feel embarrassed?
What did you say, Josh?
Why would I feel embarrassed? You see, they're not engaged in the argument, right? They're just
Josh,
name
you're
calling.
breaking.
The same thing that he's accusing me of.
Josh,
he can't.
You're breaking up, Josh.
There's this screenshot that Sugar posted that says Jack has to pay for sex, and then he's talking to like Clown Dog and said some girl won't fuck him. It's just hilarious, the irony.
You're talking about my situation. The girl didn't. The girl. I don't know why he has to filibuster. Gallus, can you please let me respond? You're not going to tie my hands behind my back.
How
like
is
this happens
that
constantly.
it's not? How is it?
Can somebody moderate this?
How is it not going to be something that like just intensifies
please finish
over
up and
time?
let Dionysus respond.
Yeah, well, he just keeps over talking me, so he's prolonging.
talking.
Okay, say whatever you want and then let him respond, please.
So my question is, how is it that? My question to you, Josh, is how is that not something that intensifies over time?
Josh, before you go, let Dionysus respond.
First of all, I don't know why that would be humiliating for me to go see somebody that was considered to be a high class escort, right? Maybe I was fooled in that sense, but buying her flowers, which is polite, right? The reason why it didn't happen is because she didn't speak English, and so when I got into her hotel room, It just, there was a communication barrier, and she said, never mind, and she gave me the money back. That's all that happened. You think I feel ashamed about that?
Dionysus, I have proof that you said that she told you that if you were a loser, she wouldn't fuck you. You said that.
No, she couldn't. No, I went into her room. I did what I was supposed to do. You put the money in the envelope. You go into the restroom, right? And then she counts the money, and then you proceed. When I went into her room, I think she was trying to tell me, don't use the towels because they don't renew the towels. And but I got confused because all she speaks is Spanish, and then she said, well, never mind, and
Didn't
she
her
gave me the money back.
advertisement say that if you were a loser, she wouldn't fuck you? That's what you said.
No, I said she doesn't fuck her prices are high. I said she doesn't fuck
No,
losers,
look in general chat. Look what you said. She doesn't fuck losers.
Right.
Loser.
Yeah, she does a background check.
Dio, were you wearing a members only jacket?
But I don't know why I would feel ashamed about that.
Yo, why we're members only?
Is that a yes?
Sugar, that's the first
answering a dumb question. But I just also want to bring to mind that I answered the arguments or the discussion that we're having